It was the best of worlds, it was the worst of worlds, it was a sticky mess, but it was great. "You look like you could use a drink," said the bartender. He was a young man, handsome, with an easy smile, and he was right. I was a mess. "Make it a double," I said, "or a triple, no ice?" He gave me a little smirk and started pouring. A double is 3 ounces, but he made it more like 6, and he didn't use top shelf, not for me anyway. It was all fine and dandy until I got so drunk I could only burp, fart and sing the ABCs of alcohol in German. I've been trying to find the words to tell you what I have to say. It's very difficult to explain this to you. I've never had to explain it to anyone, really. Not to anyone who was still alive, anyway. So, I'll just try to do my best, I guess. My name is William Barrow, and I'm dead. I suppose I should start at the beginning. When I was 37 years old, I was stabbed by a homeless man and left to die in an alleyway behind a downtown Toronto bar. I was alone and it was very cold. It was a winter night, the kind of night when the snow is swirling around the streetlights and the cars and the people, and the whole world is a silent blur. There was no one around when I fell, and no one around when he attacked me. There was a person next to me that could fart without a butt. It was strange, but hilarious, but when he tried, he hurt himself so bad he needed the paramedics. And so I got into a car accident and was rushed to the hospital, and it turns out I was dying and was put on life support. But I wasn't in a coma, I just couldn't open my eyes. So I saw a man who had no eyes walk towards me and stick a needle into my forehead, and he said, "You're awake now." And I sat up in a cold sweat and then went to sleep again, and it was dark and lonely. The dream is not important, it's just the thing that you tell your friend. He's going to tell you he had the same one and you're going to laugh. I went into the bathroom, but it was out of order, so I had to go in the bushes across the street. I was so embarrassed. It was raining, but then the sun came out and a rainbow appeared. I was so happy. My friend said there is a man who can grant wishes in the woods if we follow the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I said you are crazy, but decided to go with her anyway. I heard a strange noise and I stopped, but she told me it was just my imagination, so I continued. It got darker the farther we went into the forest. Suddenly we came upon a house in a clearing with a rainbow over it. She told me that was where the man with the wishes lived. We were about to go inside, but we got scared and ran away. A little fox named George played the balalaka in the Bahamas. He said, "I'm going to be a big star. I'm going to get myself a big black hat, and when I dance, my feet will fly." The old men and women of the village laughed and said, "You silly boy, you will never be a star. You will never own a big black hat." "Watch me," George said, "watch me."